Hillary Clinton hoping the economy gives her a boost, but the GOP, well, they're boosting their fight against her emails. The State Department will now release deleted Clinton emails as GOP lawmakers push for a perjury probe. Illinois Congressman Peter Roskam, he's been at the center of all of this. And Congressman, when can we expect this email drop, if you will?
I have zero expectations of the State Department coming clean and releasing emails. They were completely absurd to the point where, I mean, it's hard for me to overstate and overcharacterize how difficult, how passive-aggressive, and how insincere and lacking integrity the State Department was in the Benghazi investigation. So them making a declaration now and just saying, oh, trust us, these emails are coming, my expectations are on the ground.
Yeah, let's just say sometime after November, mid-November or later, perhaps.
Yeah, for sure, if ever.
Yeah, if ever. Yeah, you talked about the sort of the attitude, if you will, at the State Department, but I guess we can broaden that out a little bit, because I think one of the underlying themes here, and it's starting actually to hurt, I think, the President Obama, certainly candidate Hillary Clinton, has been the sort of standoffish and disdain for the discovery process that the American public want. It's not about a GOP witch hunt, but we still would like more answers on Benghazi, more answers on the email situation, and yet every time we have a situation where we can get them, they've been extraordinarily resistant.
Well, I'll give you a perfect example of this. We had in the Ways and Means Committee last week one of the Assistant Secretaries of Treasury who wrote a memo, actually was the author of a very controversial memo. He comes before us and says he has no recollection of the key paragraph in it, which was redacted when we were trying to get it. And then he tells Congress, if you don't like the way money is spent, you should pass a law that says we can't spend money in a particular way. So not only just throwing up the oversight process, but converting the Constitution and manipulating it to points where it just doesn't make any sense. So this is a pattern now that we tend to see through the administration's conduct.
You know, maybe you turn the tables and start to take them up on this, because if James Comey is saying it's up to the FBI director to interpret the constitutional, to make a constitutional interpretation of a 100-year-old statute, maybe it is time for Congress to start to make things clearer for everyone involved so they can't skirt the issues anymore and the American public doesn't have to guess what's going on behind closed doors.
Well, look, here in this example that I just gave, we're talking about the plain language of the Constitution, the explicit language of the founders that says money can only be spent upon direction of Congress, basically, and yet the administration official, the Assistant Secretary of the Treasury, said in order for us to be stopped, that is the administration, you've got to pass a law that says we can't spend money that way. That's absurd. And you start chasing that rabbit, and it never ends.
Congressman, let me shift gears a little bit. 1-year anniversary of the Iran deal. The White House saying it's been a wonderful success story thus far. What's your feeling about it?
No, it's not a wonderful success story, unfortunately. That hasn't moderated the Iranian behavior. They took U.S. sailors hostage. They shot missiles within 1,500 yards of a U.S. vessel. They continue to be the world's largest state sponsor of terror. Just this week, the Germans came out with a report that said that they probably violated elements of the nuclear deal in their pursuit of different materials, and now you've got companies like Boeing and others that are poised to try and sell them something that is the Iranians that can be used for terror. This has not been a good year for this deal. It's an example of overpromising and under-delivering by the administration yet again.
I want to get you back and talk about that crony capitalist aspect of it, because that's why the world, the Western world, is pushing back on the establishments, both sides of the Atlantic, but we've got to run now. Thank you very much, Congressman. Really appreciate your time.
Thank you.